Everybody, it's Jerusalem Day. Here we are in Talpiyot, Arnona neighborhood. So everybody wants to know a little bit about free will and determinism. Do we have choice? Can we make choices? Or is there some sort of a force that guides us even when we think we're making choices? It's not really in our hands. In theoretical physics, everything has cause and effect. The atom is going this way, hits the other atom, and you can know, depending on the velocity. I don't know theoretical physics, but I know something about the Bible. So let's get to the Bible. It says, "Ma Adonai Elohim shoel meimcha ki im lira." Ma Hashem shoel meimcha ki im lira. What does God ask from you but to fear Him? So Rabbi Yehoshua ben Levi in the Talmud says that everything is in the hands of heaven except for the fear of heaven. Meaning, because God says, what does God ask from you but to fear Him? He is doing everything, but what your job, what He gives you, is free will, whether you're going to do the action or not. So, whether you're short, Rashi says, whether you're short or tall, whether you're intelligent or simple-minded, whether you're rich or poor, this is in the hands of heaven. However, whether or not you fear God or not, that's in your own hands. So that's to say that whether or not you fear God or not is in your own hands. So you have free will. What is the fear of God? The fear of God is, I'm not going to eat that ham sandwich because I am afraid of losing out. I'm afraid of some sort of punishment. There are different levels of the fear of God. It's simple. I'm afraid that people will look at me and judge me because my community frowns upon it. That's very, very small. I am afraid to get hurt. I believe in reward and punishment, and I believe in God's as active enough in my world that I refuse to do something based on either knowing that God is here in a very deep level or just believing that my actions have results based on our covenant. Then the highest level of the fear of God is really, almost the highest level is, I don't want to lose my world to come. I believe that it's not just this world. This world is temporary and the world to come is eternal. I don't want to lose I don't want to lose out on my eternity. And then the very highest level is just the awe and wonder before the infinite expanses and the omnipotent power, before the one and only who is everything and does everything. And if His will were to cease for 1 second, I would not be. And everything is contingent upon Him. And that's called the Yirat HaRomamut, the very highest levels. So basically, that's according to Rabbi Mordechai Yosef of Izbitza, Zecher Tzadik Livracha. He says that the fear, that believing that we have free choice is only from our point of view. From God's point of view, everything is in the hands of heaven, including the fear of heaven. Meaning, if we refraining from a mitzvah, which is the fear of God, means to refrain from an avera. Refraining from a sin. That's the fear of God. Whether or not you refrain from doing a sin is also in the depths. It's in God's hands. Just He gives us in our world it's free choice, but from God's point of view, it's not. So this, how could we live if you truly believe in God as everything, all powerful, all knowing, infinite? How could I raise my little finger if it were not but God's decree? So you can see the pleasures and the pitfalls of this philosophy, theology, meaning some people could say that it opens up a can of worms because I don't really have to follow the law then. So the truth is that that we're given free will and we're put in this world to improve our lives and improve the lives of people around us. We're put in this world to be the best we can be, to pass the tests we have to pass. And yes, everything is in the hands of heaven in its totality, but this is not a knowledge that human minds can suffer.